What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to D&CGaming Legion. My name is Chris, and if I sound a little upset right now, well, it's because this video is going to be a rant video regarding the limit burst feature they added in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's free update that just came out today. So I just want to make something clear. This video is probably going to contain a lot of anger and a lot of cursing and so on and so forth, so I apologize in advance, and I just wanted to make that clear from the start. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I have 4 words to start this video off. What the fuck, Xenoverse 2? What the hell were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
Seriously, this limit burst system may have single-handedly just completely destroyed the online in this game. I don't even know what to say about this. If you're not familiar with what the limit burst system is, allow me to explain. It's a new feature they added in the game with this update. You hold the right analog stick down and you activate your limit burst. Now, depending on what your super soul is when you activate it, it has different effects. So it could be something as simple as, increased attack power and a key recovery, and so on and so forth. But the problem is, some of these are just downright broken in what they could do. For example, let me give you the worst case scenario possible. On Goku's Super Saiyan Blue variation, his second preset, the one where he's got the first variation where he has the Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue version, in that variation, the Super Soul he has, what it does is it gives him a defense boost and gives him super armor. I think I need to repeat myself. Super armor. You know, the very thing that people hated about the first Dragon Ball Xenoverse game? Well, now, activating the limit burst mode on Super Saiyan Blue Goku gives him super armor. Now, as someone who has played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for a long time, I can pretty much say without a doubt, Super Saiyan Blue Goku has always been one of the most overpowered, if not the most overpowered character in the entire game to play. Goku is just a fucking cheap character to play as in general. There's no way around it. But now you're giving him the ability to have super armor. So he takes even less skill to use. And mind you, you cannot break this super armor, might add. You also want to hear something else too? Want to hear something else? Guess what? With the way the limit breaker mode works, is you can activate it while you're taking damage. You could be taking damage, your stamina could be broken, you can activate it at any time. It's a get out of jail free card essentially. It's like a free evasive. And it lasts for a pretty long time. So trying to dodge Goku and his ridiculously fast, hit priority and his back hit and all the other crap you gotta deal with, but he's got super armor as well and he can activate it when you break his stamina, is bullshit. It's complete bullshit. It's gonna ruin the online experience completely, as if it wasn't already bad enough. Let me give you another example of a really broken Super Soul. Vegeta Blues. What this one does when you activate the limit breaker mode is it makes it his final Kamehameha does a ridiculous amount of damage, and you can nearly one-shot people with this. So honestly, if you have a CAC that, has a lot of Ki Blast power, and you're Super Saiyan, and you fire this, you will probably one-shot someone, depending on how much damage you can do, depending on your stats. And that's another thing, is CAC custom characters can also get access to these limit break modes as well, so they could be just as cheap, so you could have super armor as well, just like Goku. So now you have to deal with all the other problems the online has, but now you gotta deal with super armor as well? Now sure, you could make the argument that, oh, well, you could always equip it too, but that defeats the whole purpose of variety. If everyone's equipping the same Super Soul and using the same thing over and over again, it's just only going to make the online less fun and less enjoyable. It almost sounds like they're trying to copy Dragon Ball FighterZ, because this limit burst thing seems very similar to the Sparking Blast mode in Dragon Ball FighterZ. But the difference between this and Dragon Ball FighterZ is in Dragon Ball FighterZ, the Sparking Blast mode has the same effect for every single character. So therefore, as long as they balance that effect, it's balanced for every character. There's no, particular character that gets, a certain different benefit from it. Everyone functions the same from it. So it's balanced. But here, you have different options to what the limit breaks do, and because of that, some are going to be more overpowered than others, as we see with the super armor. And there's a really, really, really simple formula to fix this.
There's a formula to it! A very simple formula!
All they have to do to fix this is very simple. All they gotta do is make it where when you're creating a lobby, right? When you're creating a lobby without limitations, you know how they have an option where you could turn items off? All they need to do is have a new option that says limit breaker, and it should say on or off. And then you could toggle it on or off. That way, if you wanted to play with other people who wanted to use this and just mess around with it, you can. But for people like me, who actually care about, balance, this should be optional. There should be a way to turn it off. Now, yes, you can go create a room with limitations on, but the problem with limitations on is that A, you can't have Super Souls equipped, and B, you can't change the timer. Like, seriously, I'm having flashbacks of the first Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 now. Remember how in that game, items were always turned on unless you played ranked? So it's like, you either play ranked and deal with people who are tryhards, or you play casual, regular matches, but then you have to run the risk of someone abusing the items. Like, it's like we're going back to that now, but except it's not items, it's limit burst now. So I'm speechless at this point. I really don't know what to say. I'm just so upset. Like, I'm being so turned off right now from playing this game. My day has kind of been ruined in a way, just once I found out about this. So, I really hope that they patch this, as soon as possible. Again, all they gotta do is just have an option when you create a lobby to turn this off, and that's it. That fixes the whole problem. Because, the concept of this, it actually seems like these limit break moves would actually be pretty fun and useful in expert missions and raids and parallel quests and all that stuff. But for the online fights where people, care about having fun and, having a competitive, enjoyable match, this is only gonna ruin it. So, I think I've made my point clear. I think I've said what I needed to say, so that's the end of this video. If you like the video, agree with what I have to say, give it a like, leave your comments down below on what you think of this system, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Chris from D&CGaming Legion, signing off.